Hello, and welcome to I Watched It With My Wife, episode number 5. I'm Jeremy, and I'm here with my wife, Sarah.
Hey guys.
Hey, and this week we watched the live action version of Mulan on Disney Plus. So this is one the latest in the live action remakes of animated classics that Disney has been doing for the past few years now. This one had a lot of controversy surrounding it from the decisions from the Chinese government, uh, the support of the lead actress in supporting either the government of China or the government of Hong Kong. I don't remember which side she was on. Plus the pandemic shutting down theaters, because this was expected to be a big box office hit, but, didn't get to go to the box office, was put on Premiere Access for an extra $30 back in September, which that led to a lot of controversy in its own before, being free starting December 4th. So, Sarah, what did you think of the live action version of Mulan?
Okay, so I've never seen the cartoon, like the original, so I have nothing to compare it to, which Jeremy will, as far as how it goes. All in all, though, I think it was a good movie. I liked it. It was rated what, PG-13, we said?
PG-13.
Okay, so it was rated PG-13, so it is kind of intended for, and it is a Disney film, and I know that it's a remake of a, G-rated Disney movie. So I'm gonna give it, I don't know. It's not as gory as like other action films. Like there's not as much, but there's enough. As far as like violence and blood and guts and all the fun stuff and explosions and all the things I like. Um, there was, but I'm not gonna be too harsh on it because it is a Disney movie. And, in Disney, they just don't go blowing things up for no reason. So, I gotta give them that. But no, I liked the movie a lot. I didn't think it was a bad movie at all. I liked the casting. I felt the casting fit the movie as far as like having Asian actors play Asians in the movie. Right? Like
We've
that
come a
was
long way from the
from the 1960s.
from the 1960s.
So that was a good thing. The storyline was good. The other thing I liked, it's another strong female, role model that doesn't need a boyfriend, that doesn't need a husband, that, she can be strong on her own. She can save the day. And that's huge because I feel like there's just not enough strong female-led movies like that. I really liked it. And
Yeah, there's not enough of them, and when so many of them, when they do get them, they're forced, as opposed to actually, just being a strong female-led movie. They try to force the plot lines, try to force the storyline. Sometimes just like,
or like a love story.
the Ghostbusters was an example where they just kind of remade the movie and just changed it from 4 men to 4 women. That's a forced way of doing it.
Yeah.
That's not fair to the 4 women trying to do it, and it's not fair to the original men who made a great movie.
Yeah. And I guess I kind of agree with that statement. I also don't like, all right, so there's nothing wrong with a love story or a romantic plotline in a movie. That doesn't bother me. If it's the main focus or if it's the way the woman gets ahead, I don't like it because I don't mean to get too like political or like too like feminist here when I say this, but there's so much stigma with women getting ahead with men. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of that stigma and a lot of that cliche, and it bothers me because I know a lot of times women do get there on their own credentials, and I just like to see stronger women-led roles. Well, I feel like there's just not enough.
That's not going to happen in a movie where the woman has to pretend to be a man.
Well, yeah, you never know. It could.
Not
I mean,
not in this era of Chinese culture that
there's all
they're
kinds
going
of
for.
gender differences and things like that today that we could have that. We could see that film come out too.
Just thinking about where
Um,
China is now and realizing that they've advanced from where they were when the actual Fa Mulan lived,
well,
which I mean, this is based off of a legend of a real person. Now I don't
of
know,
what century?
600s.
Yeah, exactly. Women were treated like crap back then everywhere, not just in China.
I'm aware of that. I'm just pointing out they're still treated like crap in China.
Not as bad though. Like we were like literally property. Like
So like China today.
if my dad didn't pay you, you wouldn't marry me. Like you couldn't just marry me because you loved me. Like
Yeah, and they
I
reference
was a
stuff like
business
that.
deal and they had to pay a dowry and all that crap.
Well, they kind of reference that with the matchmaker
They
thing in
did.
there.
Which kind of like I don't know. I guess I'm too much of a modern feminist. I'm not even really a feminist, but I guess I'm too much of a modern woman to like stomach that. Like you know
But
what I mean? I don't know. I
but
just
that
that stuff
has
just bothers me and I know it's what happened,
but
but
that's nowhere in the story here.
I know that's why I like it.
Even in the cartoon one, that's not really part of the story.
I know that's why I like it.
And there is a romantic subplot in the cartoon one after
But
she's revealed as a woman. Basically, they kind of hinted at that without actually showing it
yeah,
there.
I mean there was a little bit of that like okay, is this going to be a thing, but it ended up not being a thing, which is and I don't know if I would have been that mad about it.
Until the obligatory sequel, of course,
I don't think they need to do a
I
sequel.
don't think they're going to do a sequel. I'm just picking on
Oh, I
that.
was going to say I don't think that it's necessary this time.
That snarky comment was draped in sarcasm.
Yeah, I know, but I know sometimes people like to do sequels.
Yes, and Disney will milk every franchise for what it's worth. Let's be clear. They are all about making money.
I think that this was a good movie.
For as liberal as a company as people complain about Disney, they're very capitalist, I've noticed.
Well, I think like all companies will do that too.
Yes.
Not just Disney.
Not
We
just
could go down the list,
true.
but
But
we're not going to. That's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Mulan.
some things I liked at the end the nice little cameo from Ming Na Wen, who was the voice of Mulan in the animated version. She was also on ER. She was been on Stargate Universe, Marvel's Agents of Shield, The Mandalorian. So she's in basically everything Disney owns, in a way.
Does Disney own ER?
No, but
I thought that was NBC.
that is NBC. But the
Okay.
point being, Disney owns Star Wars. Disney owns Marvel. She's been in those things. I mean, Disney doesn't own Stargate either. That's a Universal thing, but still. But
Yeah.
she's basically a Disney legend at this point, even if she hasn't gotten the official title yet.
I guess I liked that. I didn't really recognize many of the actors and actresses in the
Yeah.
film.
I only knew about 3 or 4 myself.
Yeah, so I can't really comment on that. But the acting itself was fine. I had no issues with that. Again, I liked the storyline. There wasn't anything I didn't really. There was nothing I could be hard on about it.
If we did not pay the $30 to see this on a premiere
Oh no, it's
access.
not worth $30.
No, but if this had gone to theaters, I wouldn't have minded going to see it in
And paying
theaters.
$30 in a theater.
The experience in a theater is a lot grander than the experience at your house.
Yeah, but that's $30, babe. Plus snacks.
We wouldn't pay $30 for 2 tickets. We would.
No, we'd pay like 20. What is it? $15 for a movie ticket?
I don't know. I go to matinees.
14. Okay, fine. So $20. Let's say it's 10. So $10 for each of us for a ticket, plus snacks.
I mean, you should be
That's
sneaking.
$45 right there.
If you're not sneaking your own snacks, you're doing something wrong.
Well, yeah, but you still got to get the hot popcorn with the butter and all that.
I go to movies all the time without popcorn. Well, not this year.
You and I are not the same, and yet not this year. The only reason you actually get me to go to the movies is for the freaking popcorn. But
Anyway,
yeah,
I it was a I just looking at how it was shot and the grand scope of everything, you would see so much more on the big screen. I
I
think it would be it's one of the movies that I think would be an event that would be worth the movie theater experience because we have movies have evolved. If you notice, if you've seen the box office over the past few years, the event movies make these massive things. The Marvel movies, the Pixar movies, they're making $1 billion. Everything else is considered a flop, even if it's even if it makes what we used to think is a decent amount of money. Movies that make $500,000 are considered flops now. This is a movie, the way it was shot, I could see it being a big event that could lead to $1 billion box office worldwide.
oh yeah, no, I think it was. I think it would be a good movie to watch on screen, but to pay $30 to watch, like $30 extra to watch it at home is kind of
Yes, I
not
agree.
not what I would do.
That's why we waited.
But in like, there's not a lot of movies I would like to see in theaters, just because personally, I think the price of movie tickets and snacks and all that stuff is kind of a ripoff.
It's gone up exorbitantly, yes.
Plus paying a babysitter. Plus, I just think that going to the movies is very expensive. It's not like it used to be, for sure. And taking our kids to the movies is like, well, first of all, we can't take one of them. The other one, the last time that happened, that didn't go well, but that's a whole other story.
Went well for him.
Yeah, it went well for you. It didn't go well for me. But again, whole other story. I don't know. I did like the movie. It probably would have been cooler to watch in theaters.
But I would not have paid the $30 for premiere access now.
No, I wouldn't have paid an extra $30 to see it on Disney Plus. I think if I saw the movie in the store, and it was marked at $30, like retail value, I would wait till it goes on sale. I wouldn't spend $30 on it.
But anyway, I agree with that.
That doesn't mean I didn't like it, though.
Yeah, it was. So now for our for Sarah's favorite segment, snacks with Sarah.
That is the best segment, because you know me and my snacks. Anyway.
It's also the only segment we have that's not a review.
Yes, but it involves snacks. So for tonight's snack, I had a nice glass of Barefoot Pink Moscato wine, which is one of my favorite wines ever. Jeremy, what did you drink? You had a Pepsi or something, right?
I had a Dr. Thunder. I had the Walmart brand Dr. Pepper.
Living the good life over here.
I needed caffeine because I was getting tired. Nothing against the movie. I was just getting tired. So.
And then we had salsa verde with the scoopable tortilla chips and just queso, just regular jar queso, with the tortilla chips. So pretty good, pretty basic snack, but always a safe option. Chips and salsa is a safe option, and it goes good with any movie.
Yeah, chips and salsa, always a good choice.
Or chips and queso.
Or chips and queso. All right.
Or just chips.
Or just chips. All right, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rank this film?
I give it an 8 because I did really like the movie. I thought the plot was good. I liked the acting. Not the best movie I've ever seen, but really good. So I'm going to give it a good solid 8. How about you?
I would give it a 7. Rather enjoyable. Not the best live action remake I've seen, but not the worst either. It was really a lot of fun, especially once they got to the training scenes that it picked up. The backstory,
I liked those a lot.
The backstory wasn't as slow as some others, but it was still kind of, once you got through that, I was just really excited for the training scenes. But Speaking of, Disney's made many a live action remake of their animated classics. Do you have a favorite one of those?
I do, and it's Beauty and the Beast. I think the set on Beauty and the Beast was absolutely gorgeous. I think this story stayed very close to the cartoon. I think that it only drifted off a little bit with backstory in Beauty and the Beast. I really liked it, and just the set for the live action Beauty and the Beast was so beautiful. It I don't know, it was like a whole different thing. But that was my favorite. But Mulan is up there. I'd have to say top three of the live actions that I've seen,
All right, yeah. I mean, Beauty and the Beast is a good one, definitely. I think my personal favorite was The Jungle Book.
which I have not seen.
It was a really good thing. It was a really good remake. Jon Favreau did a great job directing that one. All right, so for our next movie, we are going to be reviewing the Pixar film Soul, which is hitting Disney Plus on Christmas Day. By the time you hear this, it'll actually be after Christmas. So, yeah, we're going to watch Soul and review it. It was supposed to hit theaters over the summer, but with the pandemic and theaters being closed and, companies not putting new movies in theaters just because not a whole lot of people were actually going to the ones that were showing, it's been moved. It's going straight to Disney Plus, so we're going to watch it and review it. So if you want to check us out, we're on many a podcatcher: Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcast, Overcast, Breaker, so many others. So you catch us there. You can also find us on our website, withmywifepod.com. There you can also find our other podcasts, Caregiver Chronicles, and our son's podcast, Racing with Remy. He just put up a new episode recently, so you'll enjoy that as well. And we have some exciting new stuff coming in January as well, so keep an eye out for that. And we will see you guys in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Bye.